Well, good day, YouTubers. Thank you for tuning in to today's video on YouTube. Come along with me as I'm going to be straightforward doing something a little bit different, because normally I tend to do toy reviews, but this time I'm going to be doing something which is fairly different. I'm going to put something that I've already have done it before in previous like, and it's going to be all about the toy comparisons inside of various price comparison websites. And I do apologise for not actually shutting the the drawers properly, because obviously I would have hurt myself. But hey, despite being on the fact that I'm straightforward bone lazy, I am going to go up towards eBay, which is the site that I'm going to be straightforward visiting, because it's probably the much more prolific site to shop on used goods. And the stuff I'm going to be straightforward and look at. Sorry, I can't really speak that very well because I feel like I must have been indulging on things. Not booze, but yes, of course, I don't drink or smoke, obviously. Just to let you know, I'm not really a drinker or a smoker. I'm just a guy who just indulges on, anything that is not too harmful. But anyways, one of the most strange things I'm going to talk about is toy trains. And that's all. I'm going to be taking a look at some various Tomy / Trackmaster Thomas & Friends toys that I'm going to be doing a slight comparison on a specific price comparison website, which retails in basically just used stuff. I'm going to be just having a look at like Trackmaster and Tomy toys on eBay, which is the only site I'm going to be having a look at, because that site is relatively, how would you say it, quite fresh, but also quite a bit dangerous as well. And I'm sort of thinking, who's going to kill eBay? It won't be that. It's going to be the sellers. Well, the sellers are going to possibly kill eBay, for what I can work out. And apparently, there's a bit of talking in the background here. Seems like we've got two people who are straying in the wild, going back to their natural houses. Or should I just say, man-made houses? And they're just straightforward blabbering in the background. I can't really tell what they're speaking, but hey, let's not go ahead and sneak towards them. And look, that one is straightforward straying back home. But hey, let's not think about it. Let's move on to something else. And yes, this video is also I wouldn't say it's going to be straightforward an adult themed video. But what I'm actually on about is, although the video does have a lot of like kid related sort of stuff, which indulges children to really demand the parents to pretty much buy whatever toy they really want. Of course, Gen Alpha has straightforward destroyed that sort of thing now. It's the Gen Z people who are straightforward fairly much, let's just say, are keen into what they really like. Even millennials and Gen X people. Oh, I'm so tired! But hey, let's not go ahead and compare generations, because hey, that would be quite rude on the side. But anyways, I'm going to be just straightforward having a look at various Tomy and Trackmaster toy trains on eBay and see how much they cost for. And the reason why I'm using this site is because as I'm on the site now, I'm basically straightforward seeing lots and lots of different choices. Let's start off with, of course, our favourite number one engine, who is, of course, Thomas. And most importantly, I'm going to type in working, because, oh look, there's some traction tyres that you can get. Obviously, I'm going to type in working. There's actually various different Thomas & Friends toys I really want to straightforward purchase. And I can actually see various different types of Thomas & Friends characters. We've got different spares, like so. We've got a vintage Tomy Bertie. That looks very similar to the Birdie toy that I actually had, which unfortunately has a leaking battery. Well, terminal, I think it has. It acts like some sort of corroded battery terminal, I suppose, hey? And what is that? What is that thing there? Is that a Tomy Harold display? It looks like, sadly, it's not working here. But nevertheless, it's got like a few wagons. Oh, that's interesting. We've got a few. Oh, that's actually quite interesting. That's quite a nice. Although Harold is not working. Although I could try and fix it. But nevertheless, it does look quite cool. It's got like Harold the helicopter, which does its weird looking helicopter rooney sort of stuff. It's got 2 troublesome trucks inside, which I really want to have. Of course, there's Birdie the bus. Strange enough, I don't know how this is all like. It costs about £7.04. No, I would probably not straightforward buy this. Oh, look at that. It says it's free on eBay. How nice is that? Okay, so that's actually quite nice to know. We've got... Oh, there's actually quite a few Thomas and Friends toys. There's a 2009 Thomas. It's got like a lamp detail on the back. Something that you just rarely ever see on the Trackmaster Classic. Some of the Trackmaster Thomas and Friends toys. There's a Tomy Thomas here, which I'll go ahead and talk about later. I made sure I just put the word working on top because I want a straightforward note. Oh look, is that Elizabeth? That's like some sort of lorry or truck. That's definitely one I really want to go ahead and buy. It's used, but nevertheless, it does look very, very nice. Usually, if something is really much categorized as postage, well, guess what? It might be very much expensive. Somehow. Let's take a look at other stuff here. I want to go and get Tomy Toby, which is actually quite nice. Tomy Percy, not working obviously. There's Tomy Diesel, but I don't really like the fact that this toy here... Oh wait, is that Trackmaster 2? Oh no, that's Trackmaster 2. Don't buy that. That's Tomy Toby. Okay, and then we've also got... There's Harvey here. Quite nice to get Tomy Harvey. Although he's straightforward powered by his... Charlie. Who else is there? I really don't like Trackmaster 2 because they don't freewheel, but not only that, they just struggle to really run well on Tomy/classic Trackmaster track. There's a beautiful Tomy Thomas that's fully functional. It's a 2002 toy, which is nice to know. It's basically quite a very good looking toy. Make sure it's got its battery terminal on. Most importantly, if a toy is fresh and hasn't been played, that's what I like to see normally. Just buy some fresh Tomy/Trackmaster toy trains. There's Percy. For some reason, he's actually gone expensive. £11.85, £10.77. I don't understand why those prices are straightforward double charging themselves now. Oh look, Percy's got a bit of a lamp detail on the back. Nice to know. Strange enough, we've also got, the traction tyres. They're not that great. We've got Tomy Thomas. Obviously there's Bertie. Oh, it says working, but I don't think it looks like it is. Somehow. We've got Elizabeth, the lorry thing, whatever it is. I think we've just seen it. There's a green carriage. Quite a few stuff. I just really want to straightforward be keen on buying Thomas, but also other characters. So we've got Diesel 10, and that is Toby. That's a Tomy Toby. They used to be quite relatively cheap, but I think they've gone relatively expensive somehow, which I don't even give a damn about. There's Toby. Diesel. It's a very nice rendition of Diesel. I also like the fact that he's also pulling 2 tanker wagons, which is actually quite nice to know. There's Diesel, like so. Is that Hideaway Luke? I've already got a Trackmaster Luke. Diesel 10, but he's relatively expensive. But the engines I really want to go ahead and buy the most. It looks like we've got Trackmaster Luke. Is that Salty? Trackmaster Salty, that is. Is that Talking Salty? There's Percy, but he's relatively expensive. I'll go ahead and talk about Percy later on, because obviously Percy is quite an amazing train, obviously. Let's go ahead and top on... Oh, there's some Japanese bullet trains here. That cost for about £15. I'd like to get these, but these are super damn expensive. Bit cheaper in Asia in general. Japan and other Asian countries like Malaysia alike. Strange enough, I was so lucky to get these. Honestly, there's a... Is that Trackmaster Classic James? I'd like to go and get another new James. It's got like a nice spring terminal. All nice and brand spanking new. It's basically a 2012 model James, which has got like a tender, which was originally supposed to have some sort of battery power feature on the tender.
but then it's powered by a AA battery, so why wouldn't I straightforward be totally and utterly surprised? I do have a Tomy James, but it's not working anymore. Obviously we've got Diesel 10. For some reason, this Diesel 10 has got a bit of a painted sort of thing on the cab, but also on the buffers here. The back buffers are not, but the front ones are. Pinchy is straightforward, nice. Obviously, I think that's Pinchy because obviously that's the claw that Diesel 10 possesses. And obviously it is nice, but the arm is not articulated, unfortunately. Let alone Pinchy has got a very nice richardy and ratchety sort of chompy sort of claw. Okay, I've got Toby. Very nice model. And look how old Toby is. Made in Thailand. Copyright date. I can't tell how old this Toby model is. There's another Trackmaster Toby here. I really want to go ahead and get. It's straightforward working. So I really want to go ahead and get Toby. But I also want to go and get, well, not Diesel, but the engine I was after for that I closed earlier on was Percy. So let me see if I want to straightforward have a look at Percy. I'm going to type in Percy for a while here, because that's the engine I'm after for. Okay, so we've actually got quite a few Tomy Percys. We've got one which says working, but don't be fooled on how it's been said. Okay, so we've got Tomy Percy. Nice, isn't it? So we've got, oh, look at that Botox stare that Percy has got. Beautiful. And there's Percy, who has been very relatively loved. I prefer Percy without the running board that has been painted white. I think it's more exclusive to the Japanese and the Asian models, I think. And let's see what else. Okay, so we've got a few Tomy Percys. That there is really, really good, but it's way too expensive. I also want to go and get this, and also this. Strangely enough, we've got Tomy Percy and Tomy Toby. I actually really want to go ahead and get either Percy or Toby. I think Toby is also nice and cheap because of how small, in the same fashion that in a similar fashion Percy is. Very, very nice. Oh no, looks like the battery terminal is corroded. Don't forget to put WD-40 on that one, guys. What else do I really want to see? So, yep, that's nice to know. I think the best conditioned Percy, there's ones with Rocky on it. That one there has got a troublesome truck, but I don't think it's working. I might be totally wrong. You can straightforward play with these as a push-along train. But we've also got another Percy, which looks like that. I don't know if this toy here is working, but I'm pretty sure it is. I'll just have a look through. Does it have any images relating to the battery terminal? I'm quite curious somehow. Don't be fooled on how these are straightforward being made out of. I think this one here should be working because of the battery terminals condition is like. We've also got another Trackmaster Percy, which looks rather nice. I actually sort of really want to go and get this, obviously. It is a nice looking model of a nice looking green looking Percy. Obviously I'm actually straightforward wanting to get Tomy Percy because when I was when I was a kid, back at 2000, I think it was the year 2010, when I was at, there was a store in Birmingham called the House of Fraser, and it had aisles of Tomy and Trackmaster, Thomas and Friends characters, and I saw Percy, but I was aiming for Proteus instead, so I just bought Proteus instead of Percy, as what my parents told me, and said, hey, go ahead and buy Percy, la. Right, I just wanted to buy Percy. Obviously, that's what I'm going to be doing now. Go ahead and buy Percy for Christmas. And there's another Percy here. It's got balls. Or is it balloons? I can't really tell. I think they're just balloons. I think, which Percy would I say is the best dressed sort of? This one here is actually very good in condition. I might as well share this and take a good photo. I might as well just share those to my parents and see if I can go ahead and do so. Battery terminal is looking really, really good because obviously I can't see any signs of corrosion right here. But you never know until what the seller has to say here. Tommy Oliver is very insane and expensive. That's what many people have thought of. Let's take a look at Toby. Okay, I want to type on Toby. I want to get Toby as well. It says, oh, there you go, it's working. And there's also another Toby here. I can actually see two Tobys. What else am I seeing? What Toby is that? It's got like a troublesome truck right there, which is somehow quite nice to know. It's a nice set. Obviously, this Toby right here, he does look a little bit loved. Going by his face, looks a little bit weird. It looks like he's actually had a bit of rough and tough play, but that's what Toby is like. And there you go, there's another Toby here. I wanted to get this Toby here as well. Somehow the battery terminal is nicely, look how very nice and very good in condition this Toby is. Very beautiful. And Percy, I think Percy really desires me so much more than Toby, but then I would actually say Toby is so square and unique. Nevertheless, I would actually say this Percy and that Toby there is, I think these two are very good in value somehow, because, well, I want to get these, but I also want to be putting up those as either as birthday presents or even as a Christmas present. And these are the sort of toys I really want to get for Christmas, because I know Christmas is coming up very fast, but I just want to get Toby, and there's even more Tobys. I mean, where else do I really want to go ahead and buy, other than just on the fact that I want to buy Toby or Trackmaster Toby, because not only of just how square this character is, but nevertheless, I also want to see of just how cool these are. Oh, wow. I also want to get some rolling stock here as well. How cool is that? I'm not sure if Toby is working. I'll just flick through every single model that this seller has got. I think it's a Trackmaster Toby. That there's a Toby because of the, I think it's the grey wheels. If it's a Toby, then it will have like grey wheels. But if it's like a Trackmaster Classic Toby, it will just have like black wheels. I think that's how I can really tell. Nice combination with Toby and Henrietta. It's a nice model. Same with this one here. I don't know how fresh these ones are. So I'm sort of thinking I want to go ahead and buy both Toby and Percy. But I also want to go and get the set I really want to go and try and purchase. I want to try and find, there's one set here. Oh, look, there's some Tomy. Oh, look at James. Oh, wow, James is, I think I've seen some working Tomy Percys and Thomases operating in action. This one here, I don't know if this one is very hyperly good in condition. This one's got like a traction tyre being blown off. That there. Traction tyre's been blown off somehow, but let me just somehow have a look. Okay, so we've got another James, which looks like it's, I don't think this one might be working as what Tomy James is like. Oh, I want to go and get more of these. These new Tomy to Trackmaster joiners. I feel like I want to go and get one of these because I feel like I'm missing that adapter there. I think it's like a female-ended piece. I've still got the male-ended piece, which is on the right, like that. Let's see, what else do I want to see as I'm perusing around across through eBay. Let me just type in Tomy Thomas working. There is a James here as well, because obviously I did see a video of someone having a Tomy James that is straightforward working. I can't really see which one it is. Oh, I can see a rare one like that. Okay, let me just go ahead and find. I can't really tell. Maybe I might as well just go ahead and see best match. That might be very much better somehow. If it's got the, oh, I can see it. If it's got like the word working on it, then I can just straightforward purchase it, because there's no like corrosion on the battery terminals, which is something I'm very much fondly aware of. Let me just type in Thomas again, because I want to see if there are videos of them working. Videos of the characters which are very much tested and working, obviously. Let's go for lowest price, because I want to see how they're like. I want to go and get, oh, there's a nice level crossing here. I could go and get this. But I also want to go and get this. which has 2 troublesome trucks on it, of course, somehow. Let's see who do I really want to have. Okay, so I'm just scrolling around and just see what else I want to straightforward get for Christmas. Most of these are just relatively expensive. I don't know why, but it just seems like it is. I'm just going to type in the word tested as well, because obviously, you know, you really want to go and get, you want to straightforward have better off good looking valued toys. You know, not just mint in box or mint in condition. There's Toby here. There's Diesel. Oh, there you go. Is that Diesel? That's quite nice to see. Tomy Diesel. There is another Tomy or Trackmaster Diesel that has been sold, I think, on eBay, which is the site that I'm in now. There's Tomy Thomas. Obviously, there's a couple of Tomy Thomases with Annie and Clover. That one's relatively expensive. And there's a Percy, which comes with track as well. That actually looks more like a very good looking train set, because you get like Percy instead of Thomas, who's basically pulling like Annie and Clover. Hopefully they've got some video footage. Not sure about the battery terminals themselves too. At least everything is somehow very relatively good. There's Thomas. And there's the set here, which has the the helicopter in it. Still got the 2 troublesome trucks, which looks like that. And we've also got Emily, Diesel 10. I can't really remember how much they were sold for back then, before they were landed onto eBay. My goodness me, there's actually quite a huge variety of Thomas and Friends toys that I'm actually quite curious of. And who knows, maybe I can just go ahead and find the videos of what people have searched. And let me just type in Annie and Clarabelle, because that's the coaches that Thomas seems to carry and pull along. I think there were just 2 of them each. I think there were just 2 Thomases. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there were like 2 Thomases already in general, and I think someone must have bought it. I think maybe that seller is gone. I can't really tell, but I just feel like, wow. I'm pretty sure it's tested. I think all of it is just straightforward, somehow nicely tested. Oh, is that Steaming Thomas? That's quite a very rare looking model of Thomas, where the carriage is straightforward being more powered. I think that's Annie. I think it's Annie. Boy, don't I really just enjoy looking around for various Thomas and Friends toys that are made by Tomy. But I'm very much willing to go ahead and take a screenshot. Maybe go ahead and take a look at this Percy toy here. I think this one is already good. This 1994 Percy set. I feel like I want to go and get this set here as well. Maybe I want to try and go and get here. Print screen for that, so that my parents can see this by the time when I'm straightforward recording this video. And I mean, I'm just straightforward looking forward to try and, basically try and find a way to go ahead and buy, or even, let's just say, oh wow, Foreman secondhand. So, oh, that's nice. And if I type on the word Tomy, then we'll start to see some better results. Okay, these look relatively expensive, maybe except for Henrietta and also these tanker wagons on the right. I think the soda fuel ones. I think there were 2 Thomases, I think. Maybe, I'm pretty sure there were 2 Thomases. Maybe that's what the seller was trying to sell. I can't find that person at all. Maybe I might as well just type in Tomy Diesel working. Because, I'm just straightforward rummaging around online and just see whatever the hell am I looking at. That's Trackmaster 2 Diesel. I'm not after for Trackmaster 2 Diesel. I'm only looking forward for Trackmaster Classic. That is what I'm on about. Classic Trackmaster. That's what I'm after for. A bit nervous to know, most if not all of the Thomas and Friends Tomy stuff. Usually most if not all of it is relatively expensive. Oh, Trackmaster 2, nah, don't like Trackmaster 2. But I really want to go and get this character here, Toby, and what was the other one, Percy, because they're just straightforward, not only just small, but they're also really good to have. I'm just going to go into Google Shopping and see how much they're selling for, and what is that? Okay, that looks somehow fairly interesting. Don't put... Okay, I thought it was pull tracks for some reason, hey? Maybe I can just have a look at this as well. Is this one working? I'm actually just straightforward, a little bit suspicious on how people sell on eBay, because it can be a bit of a trap to what you're very much looking out for and what you're after for. I can't see any video footage of Tomy Thomas pulling any in club. I did see Tomy Percy, which was working and stuff. I think Master Classic / Tomy Percy, which was pulling like a mail wagon, and also like what else was it pulling? I think it was also pulling like a soda fuel wagon. I think that's what it was pulling. I'm just somehow finding which one is the best match. Obviously, the one I really want to go and get. Poof, there's just far too many Percys. Lots and lots of, like, Trackmaster. Is it this one? Yes, I think it's that one there, baby. Hey, I want to go and get this one. Right? See that? I want a toy which looks like this. Yeah. Something which is very good, very much. I can definitely, like, contact my dad tomorrow and see what he says. Toy. Beautiful, isn't it? That's not me playing with it. That's actually someone else's. Okay, so we've got Spencer. Spencer's a nice one to get. Diesel. Oh god, there's Gordon with an elephant face. How weird is that? Thomas, Emily. Jeez, there's actually quite a lot of like. Oh look, is that Talking James? I never actually had one of these. What else? Diesel 10. Not get. Oh, that's quite nice. Trackmaster James is nice. Talking Salty, but he's relatively expensive. There's a lot of like... Wow. Oh, wow, Toby looks good to purchase. Check out Toby, baby. That looks fairly awesome. That's amazing. Okay, we've got Thomas. Luke, obviously. That's a nice rendition of Luke. Obviously, I want to go and get... I feel like... Do you know what it is? As Christmas is coming right up. Oh, that's a nice one. Tamika World looking set. Do you know what? As Christmas is straightforward coming right up, this actually straightforward surges the demand. Point is turning into manic mode, because I'm just straightforward like finding the best Tomy / Trackmaster toy train I want to get for Christmas or for my birthday, because... Oh, there's Spencer. Check this out. I want to get Spencer. And it's got a nice carriage that it's pulling here. Look at him, he's actually straightforward glamorous so far. It's a nice model, but hey, how can I not go wrong with this model? It's very much tested and working. Obviously, that's what I really want to see. There's Diesel, Thomas, and is that Emily? Emily's expensive, but who cares? Wonderful! The sounds of these trains, they are just wonderful to see. Let's play Talking James. Quite curious. Oops, sorry. Just wonderful, isn't it? I'd love to get these models, but how would I even resist to try and buy models like this? It would have been fairly fantastic if I would have got like toys like that. Oh man, the sounds of these toys, it's just amazing. And look at that, it even takes AAA batteries. How weird is that? And there's Diesel 10. That's a regular Diesel 10. That's a nice version of Diesel 10. I would like to get that train. And then you've also got, I think yeah, that's just your standard Trackmaster James. Oh man, I want to get Toby. I don't know if Toby ran on a AA battery, but has like a flat type drive unit instead of a Thomas type drive unit where you just open up the top instead of having to open it with a screwdriver. Oh no, don't want news. I hate news, but hey, I think that's going to be about it for this video. Looking at Trackmaster toys and Tomy stuff as well. But anyways, if you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a very good like, subscribe for more for that videos in the future, and as always, thanks for watching, and bye for now. Geez, I really want to go ahead and buy some more Tomy and Trackmaster stuff. Wouldn't I be straightforward, not that too jealous about it? I feel like I'm not. Why wouldn't I? Why am I not ending the video? I'm just straightforward too hard for Christmas because of them. Bye.